Everything that makes you small, everything that does not allow growth in your life. Some of you have been around ministry for years, it has refused to grow. Business for years, it has refused to grow. I call upon my God, the God of all grace, this night. May the grace that brings growth and advancement, may it rest on you now. Hallelujah. One of my covenants with God is that for as long as I live as a man of God, I will never manipulate God's people for gain. Never. Never. I rather lose the ministry than manipulate God's people for gain. I will not do that. If I have a need, I will go and cry to the God of my covenant and review the truths that I know, but not to manipulate God's people. When you see God doing certain things in this ministry and in every other ministry where you see his hand, let me tell you sincerely, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that that grace is for your taking if your heart is opened and if you are interested. When graces are upon you, they speak evidently. You will know. Don't be in ministry and you are giving excuses. It's because I'm this tribe, it's because I'm in this place, it's because I don't have money. It's a flimsy excuse. You open your heart and say, Lord, you gave these graces for the body. I am part of the body. I receive. Once upon a time we had our crusades. We were owing. And I went to God and I cried. I said, God, I can't keep doing ministry this way. If I die of high blood pressure because of financial issues, or imagine that as I'm preparing this message now, the bills, do you know the temptation to manipulate people will come? I will pass the offering basket by myself and look at what you are dropping. You mean you are dropping this? Drop something again. Drop something serious. One of the ways to walk in integrity is to receive the help of God. Temptations happen many times because of limitations. Did you hear what I said? Temptations happen many times because of limitations. One of the ways to avoid temptations is to pray that the limitations that empower them are taken away from your life. I pray for you. Whatever has crippled you economically, making your allegiance to God vacillate, your integrity as a child of God vacillate, this moment, by the privilege of this grace that God has placed, I release you into a realm of fearful abundance. Hallelujah. Hear me. You can have what to say, but it does not mean men will listen. Some of the smartest people in the world are the loneliest people. I have seen people even in ministry, men and women of God, gifted with character, with solid integrity, and yet nobody knows they are there. And sometimes I say, please, can I pray with you? What God has placed upon your life, all of us should benefit from it. I have seen people sing in passing. These guys are supposed to be leading nations in worship, and they are not even aware they are worshipers. And when I heard their voices, why are they here? Some of them were cleaners, cleaning rooms and singing, and you hear the melodies and you are looking, this man is in this place, he does not know what is upon him, because they lack the grace for visibility. I want to pray for you. Whatever will make men know you are there, whatever will make men to see the investment of the Spirit upon your life and to encourage you and reward you, I pray, may the grace that makes this happen rest on you now. May that grace rest on you now. Hallelujah. Don't be tired though. I'm speaking over your life. Listen, one of the greatest blessings in my life today is the gift of men. One of the greatest blessings in this ministry today is the gift of faithful men, faithful sons, faithful daughters. When men of God come and cry their ordeal and tell me the pains and the backstabs that they receive perpetually. Sometimes I return to God and I say, Lord, I thank you. It is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth. There are men of God today who cannot sleep. They can't call anybody a son. They can't call anybody a daughter. They don't trust anybody because they have been so wounded. They are bleeding left, right, and center. Every week is an episode of pain. God has given the gift of men, not just in this ministry, but the gift of strategic people. I was in Lagos this morning before I came, and then came for Koinonia, and I was thinking to myself while I was on my way back, if God does not help a man by connecting you to strategic relationships, life will be hard, unbearably hard. I don't know who has struggled in this place and you are tired of struggling. Maybe you inherited this thing from the families you came from. In the name that is above all names, I pray for you. May a help arise this moment. May help us rise 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 this moment.